Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I thought we'd take a look at some items that I've recently purchased for the beehive. And this here I just purchased is a Vivaldi board, and I saw someone installing one of these on their hive in another YouTube channel, and I thought it was a good idea. It provides ventilation. I do have something similar to provide ventilation. But with this here, instead of providing a sugar syrup solution to the bees, this allows you to put some fondant in here, which I have to give a try. I haven't made any of that yet. And in addition to providing the ventilation, so you mix up some fondant and you put that in here. And in addition to providing ventilation, I think that the fondant also will remain softened from the humid air coming from the bees during the winter time. So I just recently thought about that, is at what point do you stop giving them nectar or sugar solution? My understanding was when they stop taking it. I mean, today's about 58, 60 degrees. It's going to cool off, but we're going to have a couple of days of warm weather again. And I would imagine that if they're bringing liquids into the hive, they have to evaporate that. And at some point, it's probably not too economical for them, or it's going to become increasingly difficult for them to evaporate anything in the hive when it gets kind of cold out. But that's the concept, and I've seen all types of ideas on what to put in here to absorb moisture. So like I said, the fondant would be absorbing moisture also, but my understanding was something like wood shavings, and I didn't even think about burlap. So that's another option, is you can put some folded up burlap in this top area here, and that will also absorb the moisture and also allow for the ventilation. So I thought that was a pretty idea, so I'm going to give this a try. I might slap on a coat of white paint on the outside of this before I put it on the hive, but I really have to get going on that. I need to buy some roofing paper or felt to put on the outside of the hive too. Just don't like the idea of, I guess, that's not something that you don't care about cosmetically. It's just that I don't want to keep on putting staples into the hive, but you just staple it onto the hive. And I've seen they have this plastic enclosed insulation, so you have sort of like, I don't know if it's a fiberglass material or a rock wool or something, but I guess there's a company in Canada, and they make these coats or jackets that have insulation that the insulation is sandwiched between two layers of like plastic. So you just slip that over the hive, so you get some R value there, which seems like a good idea too. But I don't know if that's for like really harsh winters. Seems like a good idea, so I might invest in something like that in addition to the roofing paper. So that's the Vivaldi board, and before I purchased this, this just arrived yesterday. I was looking at other concepts or other ideas. Here is another winterizing inner cover, which sort of counter to the fondant. This idea on this one, oh, it must be in here. Oh, this is the same thing. This is an inner winter cover, but there's another one that has the option with a round hole, and that allows you to have an inner cover that you can plug in. It's kind of a small hole. It's only, fits the mason jars that are, it's this size here, which is 1.5 cups. It's kind of small. This is the one I've been using on a warm day. They can empty this, and this is 3 cups. So what I had purchased is this here, this hole cutter. It's 3.5 inches. That's what you need for the larger mason jars. So you start, like any hobby, you start spending money. A couple of things that I'm investigating here, and I'm already looking ahead that if these bees survive the winter, well, you have to start thinking about maybe swarms and capturing a swarm, and then I guess that's how it happens. You end up with another swarm, and then having to invest in all the equipment for a second hive. So I was contemplating or debating whether or not I should invest in a nuke or just go ahead and start investing in the material for another hive. Oh, these here I thought was sort of a good idea too. If you have those pollen patties and you're going to be putting them in between a hive body, you know, on the top of the frames, and then an inner cover. They do have options here where you have like a shim. I have to assemble this. So you have these. You have a shim, which is sort of like just the bottom of a hive body. Well, it's a shim, and they do have openings on them. So you assemble these. Assembly required. You just glue these together, and that gives you a little extra room for the pollen patties, I guess. And also the option of, instead of drilling holes in your hive bodies, you can add these openings where you want them. So I thought that was a good idea too. So I have to glue these up and paint these also. So this is New England Gardening with just some items I've purchased. Seem to be adding up for this hobby of beekeeping. And there's the cover there for that other inner cover. They do have another ventilation hole too that you can remove or cap off, which is odd because there's one right underneath, but I guess that's probably more for helping moisture escape. So this is New England Gardening with some items for the beehive. Thanks for watching.